It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Commanders and the Bills, and it's coming up next.
All right, no table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. With Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. Happy to welcome you to week 2 of 3 here in the preseason. Man, this is the week, Brock, where a lot of players, they're not just fighting their opponents out there anymore, but they're fighting each other for the roster spots remaining as we look ahead to the final week of the preseason.
Yeah, that's well said, Kate. And every coach will say the same thing across all 32 teams. Don't count numbers.
Yeah.
Don't look around the room.
Yeah.
Don't look at anybody else. Just worry about doing your job. But when you're outside the top 40 or so, you know it. You know you're on the bubble, and your performance in this game really matters.
We're just seconds away from getting this one started. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to, and just about every big guy. Same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Wow, wide open here, complete. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On first down, Allen. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Got a man, Palmer has it. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Allen gonna throw again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Keon Coleman that time. And now they're left with 4th and short. Now the shotgun give to Cook. Dukes out of 1 stop. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Another one for Cook. Juke the defender. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. From the 16. This throw is cupped. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. A pickup of 4. That brings up 3rd and goal. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, I don't even know sometimes what it means to bow up, but that's exactly what the defense did. I do know this. It means stopping that offense in critical situations and forcing a 4th down. Now we'll get to see whether or not this offense wants to gamble.
Here comes the field goal unit now for the Bills. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Has this at the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the 2-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC. And he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact act. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Daniels from the pistol. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time. I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, and there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. The Buffalo offense out there for their 2nd drive of the contest. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Allen setting up to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Escapes a defender. And the Commanders take over after returning it inside the red zone.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And that interception has set them up beautifully inside the red zone. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He brings it in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more.
And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. They are coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. Caught, nice game left side. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 2nd down. Back to the air, Allen. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. 3rd and just 2 to go. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. Allen now on 1st down. Here's a deep shot towards the end zone. They connect on the deep shot. And in, touchdown, Buffalo. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
PAT effort coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills push their lead to 3. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Commanders will have a first. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First down, and they go right back to him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And this one does not go far. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They just get the play off. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's caught. Tucker Kraft. Running in the red zone. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a second quarter lead. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Bills and Keon Coleman are running out to the field. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Allen on the play action. That one's complete, right side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Allen looking to throw. Jukes one defender. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's a give to Cook. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Allen. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Receiver in motion, headed right. Allen on 3rd down. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. Now run by Cook. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Now Allen going to the air. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it. This is Cook on the handoff. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Connection made to Coleman. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line. And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Stays upright. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Here comes the field goal unit now for the Bills. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And this will remain a 4-point game.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Daniels. This one taken in by Kraft. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Has it down close. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders now lead by 10. Christian Watson with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. This is Cook. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 27. Coleman with the grab. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Here's Cook. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Gets this to Kincaid. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
The Commanders back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Daniels to throw. Gets this one to Watson. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And a man is there to knock that away.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease. Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Daniels throwing on third. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 43. Completes this one to Kraft. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On first down, here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. 2nd and 3 now. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that extends their lead to 14.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. He's back to throw. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Commanders do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in just a moment. Want to remind everyone, this is week 2 of the preseason. These two teams will have one more tune-up after this next week, before the regular season gets started on the Thursday following Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Roster spots are going to be won or lost depending on these next 2 quarters. So let's get back to it, as I'll hand it back over
the Bills
to
kickoff team
Brock.
out there now as they'll send this away. Sims now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Here's a give up the middle. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. They send the tight end in motion. First throw for the backup now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Complete out to the right side. And he crosses his sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Hunter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And you and I both know, Brock, they, like so many teams in this league, fans of establishing the run to begin a football game. Well, I'm looking at my watch, I'm looking up at the scoreboard. We're sometime into this one now, and they still haven't been able to establish it against this defense.
Yeah, kind of like when we walk into a defensive meeting room and sit with the D coordinator, and what is his number one premise each and every week? Stop the run. Stop the run.
Yep.
Because you know if you create that kind of imbalance and you take away the run, you have a chance of playing pretty good defense like they've done.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Hauled in by Musgrave. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's going to get this up across the 35 to maybe the 37. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. From the 37. That's completed right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 2nd and 3 now. Handoff now from the gun. Takes out a one-stop. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And oh, he got it! Interception!
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
The Commanders set to take over. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got a man left. And he'll get it up to the 27.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They'll run here on first down. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Pass play now. Completes one to Ben Sinnott. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They'll try and throw it here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fights deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense has eaten, it's been a tough watch.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 16. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Taron Johnson has it. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. Blown back gets the handoff. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 31. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Our coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
The Bills headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They're throwing it. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Yeah, that's going to be knocked away. May have saved a completion there. And that brings us to the end of our third quarter. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They'll throw it again. He fires one deep down the right sideline.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Throw on third down. That's caught for the first. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Scores! Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills parlay the interception into points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Sims now on the return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. This offense ready to get going again now. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Back-to-back carries here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out. Because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
Called in left side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Plowing up the middle. And he's held up short of midfield after a small gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Commanders' ball. A chance at a win if they can hang on to their lead through the 4th. Third and 4 coming up now. He's dropping back to throw. They did it! He made the interception! And he takes this one back for the pick six! Rookie quarterback Brock threw it away their last drive. It seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowball.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. But being a rookie quarterback at App State, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Returnable from the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. Another drive coming up for this offense. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. There's a handoff up the gut. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On 2nd and 9. Cut out left. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, they'll run. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They'll throw it. Has it left side block, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down. The Commanders ready for the punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Dumped off to his running back. He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline can be your best friend as a runner because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
On 2nd and 12 now. This one is taken in by Tony. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The Bills with a punt team out there. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. The return begins on their side of midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Commanders will go on offense. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Right up the gut. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 43. It is caught left side. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first. Give now to the running back. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Trying to get it with the option here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
That kick is no good. Oh, he mishit it. And we are still tied in the 4th.
Well, they got the chance to kick a potential game winner, Kate, and that's all that kicker wanted, a chance. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. And all he can hope now, tie game late here, is that his counterpart across the way, warming up in that kicking net, well, he doesn't get the chance to end it himself.
The Bills set to take over offensively. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 now. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Back now, pressure on its way. He's got Thomas on the slant. And they get this down to the 28. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Here's a throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. Short pass brought in. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Well, following that play, we have somebody shaken up. And, man, with so many guys fighting for roster spots, you never want to see someone get hurt. Hopefully they can fix him up quick. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense getting set to go. They left a few on the table there last time out, Bronx, settling for a field goal, trying to miss the mark. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust. And trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Slot receiver headed left. 2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
Hits his running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do it in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
Desperation time here on 4th. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Bills make the play that should win them this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it. It's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
This offense making its way back out now. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Bronk, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control of it. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating, and hopefully you can pull out that victory formation.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Finds a man right side.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. Slot man motioned over. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That's cut at the 25. And And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Setting up to pass. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on it. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw. Got Sinnott. It's complete. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Looking to throw it. That's caught for the first. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. He'll look to throw it. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them, and Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one splits the uprights, and the Commanders take a 4-point lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense headed back to the field. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Throwing it to start this drive. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. He'll throw it. On target to his man, Tony. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 48. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. One final shot here. It's intercepted. That will do it. Mike Sandra still makes the play. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. You get a pick 6. You get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory. Ahead of that last tune-up before the games start to count. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from Buffalo.